And when John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth in 1962, the whole world watched this historic moment on television. One of the people that viewers turned to was NBC correspondent Don Blair. Well, today, Blair lives here on the Suncoast and has very fond memories of John Glenn. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley has that story.
When Don Blair started his career in broadcasting, it was 1955, television's infancy.
I went out on my first aircraft carrier for Gemini 9.
During his career, Blair worked for all three major networks and the Mutual Network. It was there he first met John Glenn.
Kindly gentleman, the ultimate professional. I mean, he treated us like we were one of them.
Over the years, Blair became one of them, gaining unprecedented access to Glenn and the other astronauts, gaining their trust. Here, an exclusive photo of Neil Armstrong playing his ukulele.
What am I doing out here with these guys? I'm standing next to a man that has walked on moon dust and probably still has it on his boots.
Blair covered all of the Apollo missions, reporting for all three major networks live from the deck of the USS Hornet, the aircraft carrier sent to recover the pods.
On more than one occasion, I was the first one the world heard say, there it is, here it comes, you know, splashdown. Maybe I was the one that coined the term, I don't know.
Blair took this photo of the recovery of Apollo 11, but he says he was so focused at the time, much of the memories have been lost. What's it like sitting on the ship, watching this with your own eyes, watching this splashdown and seeing the recovery? What's that like for you?
I guess at the time, I was too involved in what I had to do.
Still, as he says goodbye to his friend John Glenn, Blair can't help but think he's one of the last few people who lived to see these amazing moments of history right alongside our American heroes.
Who other of my colleagues are still around that shared the privilege of reporting on them and associating with them?
Ever the storyteller, a few years ago, Blair literally wrote the book about his time covering NASA and the Apollo missions, titled Splashdown, NASA, the Navy, and Spaceflight Recovery. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.